Hi everyone, it's Lauren at Crafty Hippie. Today we're going to be using the Lovely as a Tree stamp set to make this gorgeous tree card, which I'm actually going to give as an anniversary card to my other half, Mr. Hippie. I'm using 3 colours today, which are a little bit unusual. I know I've stamped a pink tree, but I quite like to use bright colours and unusual colours with our tree sets. So I'm using Blueberry Bushel, Lovely Lipstick and Lemon Lime Twist. So the first thing that I'm going to do is stamp the tree background. I'm going to use the Stamparatus so that I can see where I'm stamping. I did explain in one of my older videos that I have actually run out of snail adhesive for the first time ever in like 7+ years. So I'm not using the snail glue today. I am using a different one which I don't like as much, but it was either that or not make the video. So using the Christmas tree from Lovely as a Tree, I'm just going to show you this set. This is our Lovely as a Tree set, and this is the Christmas tree. So using the Christmas tree and some lemon lime ink, I'm going to stamp up the Stamparatus, the Stamp-A-Majig. I think the Stamparatus will be really good actually for this card. Mine is coming. I'm going to have that with me very shortly. And I'm just going to line up the tree where I want to stamp it. Like so. You don't have to be too neat with this because you're obviously layering words and a tree over the top. Obviously you need to give enough time for your stamped image to dry before putting this on top because you can smudge it, but obviously for the purposes of the video we're going to do this quite quickly. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to look pretty. We're slightly obsessed with trees in our household, and Mr. Hippie is actually a qualified tree surgeon, although that's not what he does as a job. But he will love this card, and he won't mind the pink either. And as you can see, the Stamp-A-Majig means that I can place this exactly where I want it. And I'm just going to put a tree either side at the end as well so the pattern continues. Oops. I think Lemon Lime Twist has to be one of my favourite colours now. Ooh. And we'll just put a tree on that end as well. Okay, so there's my background. So I'm just going to put that aside and clean off my stamp using the Stampin' Scrub, which I've already sprayed with some Stampin' Mist. And now I'm going to stamp the pink tree, the Lovely Lipstick. And I'm just going to pop that to one side as well. I'm going to give those a really good chance to dry off. And now I'm going to do the wording for my card. Ready in Blueberry Bushel. Now I did actually start my words, my sentiment, because it is a bit fiddly, so I just need to finish it off and then fussy cut it out. So you're probably going to see the top of my head in a moment. Apologies. There we go, I just had to line that up. And I'm basically just going to cut out by hand with some paper snips and then assemble my card. So the Lovely as a Tree stamp set is actually a Stampin' Up favourite. It's been with us for many, many years now. It appears in every annual catalogue, and I really hope that they will keep it. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's a demonstrator and customer favourite, and it's brilliant for making Christmas cards or just random projects like this. And like I said before, I like to use sort of really wild colours that aren't necessarily sort of tree colours, but then that's just the style of my card making. So I'm not being too sort of fussy about how I do this. And my sentiment reads, "Have a happy day." So it's actually our anniversary next week. Mr. Hippie and I have been together for 5 years, although with everything we've crammed in, it's more like 15 years. Okay. So this card base is actually a little bit skinnier than usual. Again, I've sort of gone for non-conventional. And once I get my snail glue in the week, I'm going to have to probably pull this card apart and stick it down again. Okay, so I've got some silver thread, Stampin' Up silver thread, which I love, which is just a great addition to any project, and it goes a really long way. So I'm just going to loop some of this around. This is going to be one of the fiddly bits. As always, I find these bits really hard because my brain doesn't send the messages to my hands very well. Some days it just doesn't work at all. Okay, so I think that's about the length that we need. And I'm going to get a little bit of tape ready to stick the silver thread down. I think we've got that now. Okay, so I'm just going to tape it down in the area that's going to be covered by the tree. Just a bit of double tape there, and then use some sticky foam pads. I've run out of Stampin' Dimensionals as well, so I'm just using some of the Stampin' Up long strips of adhesive. Which work just as well. Okay, so I'm going to pop that just there, and then add on the words, "Have a happy day." Which you can support underneath with some foam pads as well, which is what I've done there. and your card will be finished. It's gone on quiet while I concentrate. While I'm doing this, I might as well shout out to my daughter Tabitha, who loves to watch YouTube videos. So hi Tabby, I hope you're okay, having a good day, whatever you're doing. I'll be seeing you real soon. Have a happy day. I forgot to mention actually which stamp set I'm using for the sentiment. So this is the Labeler Alphabet stamp set, and it's got all the individual letters, so it's really good for just adding messages or, you know, whatever you fancy to your projects. So there we go. Have a happy day. Lovely anniversary card made with the Lovely as a Tree stamp set for Mr. Hippie.